So into our interview podcast. So basically, my colleague Alexei reached you out in terms of having this podcast interview. We're called Celadon. We're a software development company, and the reason for this call is that basically we provide services for a number of customers in restaurant domain and food and beverage companies. Whether we have a specific expertise, what's going on in the industry, what are the challenges that owners or operational managers face. We're also love to keep in touch and have this an updated info about the challenges that are happening right now in the industry. So basically, in terms of what is going to be. We're doing a series of podcasts, as I mentioned, and we've had something around 30 conversations already with the restaurant chain leaders, and we've seen a number of issues like high labor and food costs that's affecting the industry. Customer retention for some customers isn't as it was expected, and also being dependent too much on third-party services, and it's hard to being profitable while relying too much on the services, along with too little about your customers. So we would love to hear your perspective about these different topics, what's going on. In exchange, we're eager to share all the information about what we have learned. In addition, if you'd like, and only if you approve, when we can post this podcast on our standalone link. I guess Alexei also share it. But if not, well, anyway, you will have this white paper about what's going on. And yeah.
Definitely an interesting topic. So yeah, when I received this email from your colleague, I was like, that's definitely something that makes sense. And I checked a couple of the podcasts that already been published on the website. And it's definitely super interesting to see a bit how other people and other operational manager can handle different challenges. So for sure. I don't know how you want that we...
I just have a number of questions, so I'll just given that everything's green lighted and settled, I'll just start shooting. So yeah, I was able to do some homework and to read about the SuperBowl, but maybe just you can give me a brief glimpse about what's the company, what you guys doing, and specifically where people can also enjoy the food that you cook. So yeah, please go on, play.
Of course. So SuperBowl is a Belgium, Brussels-based food chain. So we have in total 5 restaurants and 1 production atelier. So this is where we prepare all the food. We are very based on fresh food, as local as possible. When we can go organic, we go there. Basically, I would say that this project is the baby born of 2 friends from school that has this amazing project to change a bit the gastronomy here in Belgium. So that's true that Belgium products are very based on a very good foods, but also not very healthy. So they wanted to find a bit of solution on that you can have pleasure and at the same time eat healthy. So those 2 guys decided to open first salad bars. They opened 2 first in the Gare du Midi, then after in another, let's say in Brussels, and they give it a shot. It directly met these people. I think with the time we also see globally, I think in the food industry in Belgium, I will only talk for what I know, that people are willing to pay attention now to what they're eating and to still enjoy and having pleasure while eating healthy food. And that's definitely our credo. After that, they opened 3 others. And now, we have 5 restaurants in Brussels in 3 different parts of the city, I would say. You have, again, as I said, the station in a work area and close to the EU institution. Based on that, what you can find in terms of product is fresh food. So mainly, again, they keep the salad bar. They surf a bit on the wave of the pokeball. That was quite trendy and still the case in Belgium and probably in Europe too. And also we do wraps. So you can have a bit more guilty pleasure, but keeping your calorie and your intakes quite low. So that's our main product. And of course, after our menu is a bit different. The objective, I would say medium and long term, is to continue this growth and to maybe we will leave Brussels one day. For the moment, we have our people here, we're very comfortable, but it's in the plan to at some point also extend it a bit more to go and meet other part of Belgium to propose our products.
Yeah, I'm really glad to hear that. The thing that, outstands you among other companies I talked to, some were bigger, some were smaller, is that while a lot of operational managers and stuff say that we have, the most tasty stuff or something like that, what I love about Super Bowl is that you're focusing not tasty, but healthy food, and also tasty, but healthy.
Yes, of course.
And this is definitely something hooks me up, and as something that I would love to try once I get to Belgium. How many people does it take to run 5 places all over the entire city?
So in total, including the production atelier, it's like 90% plus myself. I'm also administrating the company. So we're a small team, I would say, but we do great stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I guess it definitely sounds fascinating. So, because managing 5 locations with 90 people only, I was thinking about something maybe 200 or maybe 300 people, but definitely shows how operationally efficient you are. You've partially already mentioned that you have long-term goals, but would you mind me asking about, let's say, what are the goals of the Super Bowl for, let's say, for the next maybe 6 months, 12 months, and of course 36 months?
So to give you a bit an insight, I would say a bit without saying too much. I would say that we are at this balance of having 5 locations is great, but this is also, I would say, from what I observe in my career, also the challenging part. We're next to the barrier. We have to cross it. And this will come with a 6th restaurant. We are currently investigating with some of our partners in Brussels to find a 6th location. Where it's a bit, let's say, tricky is that we have to find this 6th location that will help us to start this expansion plan and to grow more massively and easily, and to be able to open 1 per year to 2 per year after. But I would say it's a very important and crucial point that we are reaching here. And all the challenge is there. And that's also why I joined the company for this great adventure of launching the expansion. So, that's the medium long-term objective, let's say. And currently, as I told you, we're looking for this location that would be great. You have to know that our customer base is basically working people. So we are what I call a baby Horeca, I would say. So it's a baby restoration because we're open from Monday to Friday in 3 of our 5 restaurants, because our target people are the worker and they work from Monday to Friday. We are closing the weekend, we're closing the night. So we're really counting on this rush moment that are very at noon when workers are going outside and they're looking for food. So that's why finding this 6th location in Brussels without impacting the 5 others is the little trigger at the moment. And I'm convinced we're going to find it, but we want to be sure which location. But this location will be crucial and will be, according to me, the jump for the rest of the adventure at Super Bowl.
I see. I got it. Thank you. You mentioned that you hope that one day you will open a new location outside Belgium. So I'm really curious to hear about what is it right now that stops you from doing it right now. I mean, there is, if you ask me, in terms of territory, you have a number of opportunities, and given the focus on working hours, I mean, like Germany or maybe Netherlands sounds like an option even. France. So but why not opening right now?
So just to change that to not change that, but clarify that. Maybe I wasn't clear. It's not outside of Belgium. It's outside of Brussels. Because they're all in Brussels. After that, for sure, I think we never exclude that one day we will grow apart. It will depend a bit of the success also that we encounter in Belgium. And for the markets that you just mentioned, for sure, they will have to have a very market study to be done. I know that I'm French originally, not Belgium. So I know a bit more this market too. I know they are in terms of if we focus on the pokeable area, you have huge chain like Pukawa, for example, that are taking the territory, and that will for sure already upfront I will put across saying France it's already very covered. Netherlands could be an option, Germany definitely, and I think the chance we have in Belgium is to have the 3 main languages. So you have, of course, the Dutch, you have the French, but you also have a part that is speaking German, and that would be for sure in terms of expansion. My personal view will be to go Netherlands and to go Germany in priority, thanks to the implementation and the luck we have in Belgium to have those 3 main language for sure.
I got it. Thank you for this information. What's the most operationally challenging things for you as an operational manager? Because you might be running all like 5 and 6 locations. So what's the most challenging stuff for you?
I would say so. I joined SuperBowl in, as I say, in a crucial part of you have 5, but you're not 15 locations. So you really are in this breach of like it's time to standardize. It's time to implement things. And I would say that's the most challenging things. When I arrived, I faced 5 restaurants with 5 super great managers with but also 5 way of working. It's not necessarily that there is one that is better or one that is worth working. It's just we all need to work the same way. So I would say it was more to create a uniform team communication. So I would say really the main point was communication. To make them work together, I started from a model that it was 5 restaurant manager working, I would say like on an island, to make them all encounter each other, work together and exchange best practices, and then come to a middle that we standardize. That this is how we calculate the waste. This is how you do an inventory. This is how any little to biggest standard that you can find finally in a restaurant. How to open, how to close. It was a really great work with the team. It was definitely a teamwork to put them all together on the table, paper, pen, back to drawing table, and we work together. How you do this, how you do that, and we all together align that this is the way.
I see. Well, definitely sounds like you appeared in, during the not the harsh times, but an important time because you set up all the strings properly. And I'm really curious how the SuperBowl was operating without you, because it sounds like every location was doing their stuff the way they know, and definitely it would lead to a number of situations when something is not happening as planned or some like issues happen, how to solve them, how to address some issues properly, that kind of stuff. It also takes some expertise, knowledge side. So yeah, definitely you have appeared in the right time.
It was a very lovely challenge, and I'm very glad the people here are very nice. So I wouldn't say it was a nice challenge. I love challenges. This one was a nice one. It's always great to put everyone and to put the team on the table and to see. And they were very collaborative. So to be honest, they made my life way easier.
I know, as you mentioned, that you love the challenge, but are there any, or maybe were there any things that you hated the most?
I think I would say like there is always something in your work that you like less. For me, I would say you think like, I would say where I shine is during daily life problems. As complex and as annoying they could be, this is where I shine and this is where I take my strength for. So I would say at the beginning, changes, I would say in terms of management, always come with a bit of like remotivation of the team, new way of working together. So I would say at the beginning, I faced some of like team members that were a bit less motivated. Long time they've been here, used to daily life that it was like that. So a bit of change management, I would say, to operate here and there. Nothing too serious, but I would say like, little daily problem that they were used to handle by themselves and to struggle to handle, because when you don't have all the keys or you don't have all the knowledge, it's hard to handle everything you could face in your restaurant. So I saw here my shot to also give them a hand, to accompany, to like join them in this resolution, to make them more autonomous in other things. So for the benefits of their growth and for the benefits of my time. I could handle everything. But I think, it was that. So the thing that I like less in a nutshell, I would say, is also the thing that make me shine and where I can take my strengths and then I see the utility that I'm bringing here.
I got it. I got it. And just for a moment, let's say that you have, I don't know, maybe a magic wand. So something that helps you to make your one wish real in terms of like your business. So let's say, what would it be if you can do and improve something instantly, like wow?
That's a hard question. I would say we go back on this communication. This time I would say more like, it's communication and development, I would say. As I say, I have the chance to have a great team. They're not all the same level of manager, I would say. Same here for the atelier. I have a production manager is in charge of everything that we product, is in charge of the team here. And he's new in the position too and need to grow. If I had a little magic tool that I could use, I will give him the opportunity to have even more trainings. So he already received some, to have even more trainings and to be able to grow even more in this position to help him make his team grow too. It will help us to have less daily life operational issues, I would say, or situation. But I think this magic tool is just the time for here. So yeah, I would like to make my team grow even further, invest faster, but it's like a proud mom. I have to wait that they grow and I will give them the tool and the trainings are coming and they're already launched, but we need time. So yeah.
Yeah, and afterwards cheering, oh, they're growing so fast.
Yes, a bit. One day I will be sad, I'll be like, oh.
I guess we partially mentioned it, but just to dig in a bit deeper into this question, what are the biggest pain points that SuperBowl right now has as a company? Because I know there is a good stuff always happening, but there are also some challenges. So if we can discuss it a bit more in details.
I will say, so here to go back to how the structure of the company has been created, it was that initially two guys that started it. A third one joined as a venture in 2020. And I would say that they were used to work, the three of them together before stepping back and letting to only one of them. The thing is that I would say one was handling the administrative, one was more in the operation, one was more in developing, and now it's combined into one person that is me. I think it was great at the beginning because they work at three, so everyone was specialized in a specific area, but it made it complex after when they decided to merge into one person, that is me, because they complexified the access to the information by having three different points of contact. So yeah, that's the thing. They overcomplicating a bit the access to all the data that we could find in the company.
Mixing up things makes things really challenging from time to time. Yeah. And being one-man army is kind of harsh sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, we find a way always, and they are still present. But yeah.
I got it. What about the clients, let's say, dissatisfaction? Do you face it, and how often? And most importantly, what's the most common reasons for that dissatisfaction?
So I would say it depends. That's funny we're talking about that because I was talking with my colleague earlier and I asked him exactly that. As we are speaking, extracting all the Google reviews of all the 5 locations, and he's currently running an analysis because of course we have a feeling a bit. We can see what is the dissatisfaction reason in each restaurant. So I would say it depends. I would say the first one we may have is sometime waiting time. Of course, we are located in some area, I would say next to EU, center of Europe, next to offices, people don't have time. It's supposed to be a service that is a bit fast. So as soon as they start waiting more than 10 minutes, they are more willing to pay than to wait more. This is based on a client survey that we made. So for some restaurant, it will be that. I have 2 particularly in mind. So what we're doing now is we are putting things in place with the team to correct that, to have probably things that are already salad that we have, like, I would say, signature salad. So there is some we can already prepare front, then they store it and it's easier. You can a bit like pick and go. And also it comes by the organization itself on the floor. If already before it starts the noon rush, you're not ready, then of course you're going to be late all day long. And there is different technique like that. You can also, we have one of our restaurants that is the most busy one during the rush hours. They work in a production line. It's easier. We put the model of, instead of doing one salad, you do one step of the salad, then you have less error, you are more efficient, and you're specialized also, which allow us to, like, from the moment you order on our kiosk and you arrive to wait, you wait approximately max 2 minutes, which is more appropriate time. So that would be the major reason, I would say. Here and there, I would say this is really not the highest part of dissatisfaction, but I would say the training of the staff in friendliness and all that. This is always something that should always be repeated, and be trained. We don't have specifically problem with that, but it can happen from perception. We have one of our store that is really located in a touristic area. So they have to face a lot of different people, a lot of culture, different language. So sometimes miscommunication over there is, so here it's also my job and the manager job to repeat to the team and to train the team and to remind them that the way we speak might be taken different way than the way we want it to express, and that we have to really pay attention with the word we use and to always, like, be very kind and very comprehensive. So I would say that would be the two major things, but mainly will be the waiting time. It's getting better already. So
yeah, definitely. One thing for Sochin is when you work with people, you should be ready to face challenges, because every person is unique and it maybe has, I don't know, bad mood for a number of reasons. So maybe it's like the miscommunication, as you mentioned, for something. So yeah, definitely. But I'm really intrigued about the waiting time. I mean, how are we talking about the stations when people just, like, in cold come up, visit your any of your locations and order something, or is it also takes place when people order something via online or via application? Because I saw you have a very cool application on Apple Store and Google Play Market. So what type is affected? The ones who ordered something online, or only the ones who crossing by and pick it up?
I would say, like, to give a bit of clarity, indeed, on our channel, I didn't clarify that. You can order through the normal channel of Deliveroo, Uber Eats, takeaway, I would say. You can order via the website and the app directly. Those, there is no problem, because all of the system I made that it's printed, I would say 10 to 15 minutes before the client is supposed to show up, or the rider is supposed to show up. So then it's directly integrated in the production with the team on the restaurant floor directly. So for that, there is never any situation. It's more for clients coming in. As I explained, we have one rush. That is the biggest, the peak time, I would say, is from noon until 2. So I say that, of course, everybody at noon 10, 15, they are leaving the offices and they're all entering at the same time. And they're all queuing first to go to the kiosk. Then after, they wait in the waiting area. Which made that here you may cause a delay, because I would say we have generally like 3 screens. So it means that every 15 to 20 seconds, 3 tickets can seamlessly go out of the printer. And this is where the team need to be organized. If you miss it, or if something happen, or can happen also like a dysfunction problem or something, this is where it's crucial to act directly and to take action, because as soon as you miss it, you will never catch it back. So it's all about, there is a bit of stress resistance here from the team that, people will be there and they will order. You have to be there and also to be ready for the fire. So I would say this is where the waiting time could happen. It's specifically on those moments. When it's predicted or pre-order, this is definitely already integrated.
So I assume this is one of the also challenges from the operational side that you currently have. I got it. Are there any other let's say challenges in operational perspective except for this long
I would say
order processing time?
I would say there is one. It's totally different from everything we talked before. But I would say the underutilization of data. In my career, and here it's the case also, it was the case in my previous employer too, I face the fact that people think that data will be like big Excel table that you need to have a lot of coming from all the ERP you can have and everything. When you have data everywhere that can be used, a simple one Google review that is 1 star and 5 is a data and should be explored. This is something also I'm teaching here to my team, is to use every single thing of data they can see around. A customer that is super recurrent and coming every day and telling you I love it. And again, we work with worker. Is a data when he's telling you, oh, I work for X company over there. Oh, maybe we can do an action. Maybe we can enter into this company and propose you stuff and offer free products so you can try. Maybe your colleague can come back. Every single thing is a source of data. And this is something I'm trying to give them also. I see data everywhere. And all the nature of the data is different. So this is one of the challenge also, is to tell them like, yeah, of course there is hard data, there is KPIs, there is everything you already know, but look around. Data are also everywhere. They are themselves a little source of data. When they told me like, I know that I sell this product almost 10 per day. 10 times per day I will sell this product. Then why are you preparing it upfront 10 of this product? Because then it's already done. You're going to sell them. So prepare and improve your waiting time on those products. Everything I've linked a bit. Now we're getting there. I think they start understanding really that they can find data everywhere. And it's warming my heart when they told me like, yeah, a customer say that, and that's true. So we start doing it. We're going to give it a try for a week and we'll let you know. And I'm like, perfect. So autonomous. I love it.
It really sounds breathtaking in terms of like you have so much data, and I know it might sound obvious, but does SuperBowl do nothing at all about this data? I mean, like you really can pitch your sales or to increase sales revenue. So I'm really curious about what's stopping you from doing this, because you have all this data, you already have a mobile application. What's stopping you from this, Chloe?
From using my other data?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm using them still. But what I don't want is that they start trying to see and to go like, for example, we have this Lightspeed. Lightspeed is the cashier system. I don't want them, of course, they can see the revenue and see trends and stuff. But this is also, I told them, like, it's my job to give you the trend. You have to run a restaurant and you have to bring me information that me from the office or me when I visit you every week, I don't have. We need to work together because you have a part of the solution that I need to help you find and to encounter in the middle. Of course, me, I'm using the hard data, all the back office, I have everything. And of course, I'm doing the KPIs and I'm feeding them with information, with trend, with forecast, with everything that I can find that could help them. But I need also to hear from the restaurant, from where it's starting, what kind of data they can give me. One super easy data that they have and that they naturally give is like, oh yeah, this person asked me if we have this product. What do you think? Then it becomes a circle of data of like, hey, Mr. Productor here, chief of the atelier, can we have this product? Yes. How can we implement it? And then we are 3 working on one little project thanks to one data of one customer in one restaurant. But for our data, nothing is stopping me to use them. You can be sure. I love that too. And it's very interesting. Could spend hours sometimes to just analyze that and to see. And yes, I'm feeding them with the hard data, but I need them to give me the hard data that are the soft data, as I call them. So together we have all the data.
Oh, I see. Definitely, it would take time, and also you will need to gather as much as possible, because like the way you describe it sounds like you have so much potential. I mean, like you have the data about not only people's like based on their order history, and if they just sign up on the application and show where they work. I mean, like you have so massive amounts of data where you can really boost some sales or like, loyalty for a specific company or for a specific person, or maybe on the contrary, the person who wasn't been visiting you for a while. Hey, you haven't been ordering our Super Bowl. Here's the 20% discount for the next one. Bring your friend as well. Something
No,
like that.
exactly. No, that's especially, like I would say, the implementation of kiosk is also a game changer, because you can see everywhere how many of this specific product has been ordered. You don't know who, you don't know all of this, I would say, you don't get through there. But you got also what is the most used topping on the salads. What is the most, you can have, really, it's a waterfall of datas that you need. Of course, you can't take them all, but you can really go and deep dive super well on also culinary habits of people. And it's honestly, it's super interesting.
It just opens a door into the new dimension. There is really a lot to work on. But I assume it might be really challenging as your one-man army to process all this data to work this through. Am I correct?
Of course, yeah. I can only do what I can do, and I only have 24 hours per day. But yeah, I think it's a work of prioritization. There is things that are urgent and important, and this is how I prioritize my workflow, I would say.
Yeah, it's about prioritization and putting some stuff into the order. By the way, as we already partially touched the ground of 2020, when it comes to 2020, of course, the topic everyone's discussing and that appears in anyone's mind is COVID. So since COVID came up, most restaurants were forced to run online orders. And how did SuperBowl face this situation, and how are online orders currently handled? Did it affect you so harsh? Or
I would say, like, of course, 2020 for the full industry, again, I will only talk what I know in Brussels. It was dramatic. There is no other word than that. It was very dramatic, and people had to find solution. They had to indeed expand themselves in different channels and be way more open of not having people eating in, but only taking out. I think we didn't fully recover yet here of this. It's way better. 2025 is already a great year. But definitely, because customer behavior changed. We are a company that we have, I think we are on 80% takeout, 20% in. It's based also on what type of customer we have, and also based on one of our restaurants being in the stations. First people, they go and they take the train. But for sure, I think the habits changed drastically. I wouldn't say that it was for the worst. I see it was just a change. It's different. I know that here in SuperBowl, they had to adapt things. Also, in the future, what we are more looking is to embrace this trend of takeout. People want to take out. Let's not force them to stay in. It's also, I would say, in the change of the model, in the location that we are more looking for is a small location then, because we don't need that much space inside. So something that is very easy to come in, take out, and having a lunch in the park whenever Brussels weather authorize it, of course. And to bump on that also, the weather here in Brussels being a bit changing, I would say, that the rain also have an impact on our sales, especially with the product that is it's a seasonal product. You eat less salad in winter that you will eat in summer for sure. And also when we have our fidelity base, our customer are recurrent and they come back. But for sure, they will maybe sometimes order online and get delivered when the weather is not that nice. So for sure, to go back to the main topic, I explained myself a bit. COVID had impacted. We recovered well here. And we hope for the best for the next. I know that some of our colleagues haven't been that lucky, but I still have hope. And working almost my entire life in HoReCa industry, I still hope that the growth is going to continue and we're going to fully recover next year, max.
Yeah. Well, really sounds cool, and you really got me intrigued, because with the approximately over 80% of takeaway orders, I'm really curious about what's your setup for the ordering system. I mean, like, does all the orders they come through online website, or is it the third-party applications? Because I guess I saw that you're also relying on Uber Eats, Deliveroo, if I'm correct, and takeaway.com, if I found it properly.
Yes. When I say takeout, you have to know that you have the possibility to come on site. Definitely, we have a physical restaurant, and you can sit there, and we're more than happy to welcome you. But the client base we have is more a type that will take out food, go back to the office maybe, or go eat in the park, or when the weather is great, they're going to use our terraces for sure. So you can order to take out in our kiosk directly. Directly at the beginning, you have the option to eat in and to have a full service in a restaurant, or to take out your order, and then we'll just call your name and you're going to take your food, and you're free to go sit where you feel like. So that's what I mean when I said 80%. We have, of course, it's a combination of people coming in to take out and eat where they feel, and also Uber Eats, Deliveroo, takeaway, plus also our pre-order via our website.
I got it. And assuming that might be disclosed, how big is the percentage in terms of some orders that come through third-party services compared to your own takeaway, like on your own website or in your own web application, or just people coming in? What's the difference in percent, if you can quote? Because
to be honest, I don't really have the exact data, so I would prefer not to answer because I'm not sure of the number. I don't want to give wrong data. But if I may say, I would say we have probably 1/4 that is coming from outside, and all the rest is inside, definitely coming from customer going to our shops and coming to order with us directly without third parties.
And just for context, how many orders are processed and happening, let's say? I know it's different per location, but on average, if we can say so.
I would say you will have, in our best shop, you have 150 orders per day.
Wow.
In the smaller one, I would say you have 50, 70 per day. It really depends. And again, seasonality, and also for the one that are open on weekend. So we have two that are open on weekend. Weekend are a bit slower for one, a bit bigger for the other one because touristic area. So really, it's a mix.
Yeah, but that's a lot. That's a good result, I would say. And being relying on approximately 25% in third-party services is a huge success, I would say. Because one of the problems, as I mentioned earlier during the start of our conversation, that a lot of restaurants, they see the possibility as a point of growth, but there comes a time when you have to switch from this provider to another solution because it's not cost efficient, and you do not have much data. The data that you have at your disposal, the data about the customers, like their attitude, their preferences, lots of data that just missed. So it's really mind-blowing, to be honest. Since there is application, I was really curious, does it also have a loyalty program? Does it support loyalty program? Because that you have a lot of data.
Yes, we have one. It's externalized, I would say. It's named Join. So Join is an app that comes with a little card or a QR code on the app. And we are Join equipped, which means that when people come with their Join card, they will be credited an amount of points based on the amount of spending they had with us. And after a certain time, they get free things, like they can have a macaron if they have a small amount, or coffee. It can go up to a free bowl. It can go we have different options, I would say, depending on what could interest. So kind of a redeem program, fidelity program, and here also full of data, you can imagine.
But as I assume, this is the standalone solution, not something that also third-party service, not something that you have developed.
No, it's not.
I'm just asking in terms of do you also have all the necessary data, or there is something that you're missing? Because I know that it provides you something, but is it enough, or you would like to have more?
Of course, I think in an ideal, we would like to have more, because this customer that is using Join and that will consume at our place, we will be aware, but it will also consume at other place, I would say. So we don't have this part of the data, but for our part, yes, of course, we could miss a bit of this, tribe feeling that they're like, I'm coming to Super Bowl to really like eat this specific product because it's Super Bowl. Because they're joined. They're not Super Bowl person. So in an ideal world, we will have something that is really for our customer, only for them, designed by us and made by us. But it's always a cost that need to be evaluated. I would say for the moment, the system worked well and we're happy with that. But for sure, it would be a great development in the future to help even fidelize more of our customer and to have more, a fidelity program that is really tailor-made for them.
Definitely would be something that's more tailored to them rather than something generic and common. Because since your customer base is working people and they're visiting you within office hours, like they know you too much, you know them too much, but there isn't a room for opportunity to know more about one another. So having something tailored based on your preferences, maybe you're allergic to something, maybe it's your birthday, so anything that cheers you up or increases the chance to make the customer get back to you and bring you more revenue is definitely far more than helpful. I guess we're almost out of time. Just a final question. I mean, in terms of retention, because when I was talking to a number of restaurants as well, some companies mentioned retention for them is a mystery. Like they don't know when or why people stop coming. I'm really curious about what's SuperBowl's expertise about that. How do you track retention rates or maybe churn patterns at all? And how do you know when the customer is at risk of never ordering again?
I would say indeed, we're not different from the majority. I think for us, it's also a blurry line here. It's hard to know. How do we know that we have fidelity with our customer? I would say it's because of this little joint program that we know they're coming back. It's also because our chain is small enough to be able to know still people and that our manager can know who are the repeating clients. I would say it's also conversion. So we also do business lunches. So we also go into companies and they order with us for their team lunch. So we know that they are recurring and this is our little database of professional customer or it's more B2B. Apart from that, of course, it's a bit blurry to know exactly if they will never come back. What is the reason? This could come from Google reviews, of course, but it's still very, still blurry on the reason sometimes. So for sure, this is a line that to be sure they come back. We run one survey a couple of months ago to also keep in touch with our customer on the regular ones and on the less regular one also to see a bit why they like Super Bowl, what they would like to see, what they don't like. Really a lot of panel of questions. We're going to run out another one in September also when everybody's back from holiday, including our customers. This is our only way is to get to talk with them, is to get to ask them to answer to our question. Apart from that, if we don't go to meet them, we are in this very blurry line that we have no clue for sure. We are not different from the other on those ones. It's still very difficult to be sure we can retain them and to be sure that we have this amount of people that are fidelized. It's very hard indeed.
Yeah, I got definitely, because it's still the retention is a challenge for a lot of restaurants, and there should be some kind of a tool or something that helps you to track it, or maybe if the customer hasn't shown up to ping him and say, hey, we haven't forgotten about you, come back, visit us with a discount or something like that. But I guess we're kind of out of time. So Chloe, thanks for the insights. I really appreciate that. We're going to share with you, with the white paper, with the insights of the market. One thing that came to my mind when we were discussing the loyalty, the data, and also the retention, it made me think about one thing that we also developed for a couple of our customers of ours. I don't know if Alexei mentioned, but we work with some big companies, big names like McDonald's, Central America, and San Martin Restaurant and Bakery. San Martin was among our recent customers, and basically they had also the same challenges. Like first of all, they had to increase their operational efficiency because a lot of stuff was happening manually, which is why customers had to wait really a lot of time to process the order, and etc. etc. And they would also love to know more about their customers, how to bring them back, how to attract them, and a number of things we knew about also McDonald's, that like their loyalty program and how to increase the ordering process to avoid customers waiting for a lot of time. So I was wondering if you have any objections to schedule another call and talk with our team who's been working with projects and to dig a bit deeper. Maybe we can work something out and help your team. If not, I'm not pushy, but I guess our expertise might be helpful to you're looking for, especially given that you have a lot of data that might be processed. And I guess we might lend a helping hand, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I would be happy to hear more. To be honest, I'm going on holiday tonight. Yes, we're Tuesday. I'm going on holiday tonight and going to be back on the 23rd. So I think we can definitely schedule a call with your team after the 23rd. I would be happy to hear if there is possible solution or what you can propose. I think I checked your website before and the product makes sense. So yeah, I will be happy to have a follow-up call on those specific topics with your team for sure.
Yeah, great. How about we make it also at Tuesday, August 26th, maybe same time?
Perfect. Yeah, works for me.